الرحمن الرحيم والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير.
Just a second, please. Sorry, I apologize. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم كن لوليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك هواه وتمتعه فيها طويلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعاديات ضبحا. Okay. Surah Adiyat starts again with Qasam. Allah swears by first ayat والعاديات ضبحا. Allah is saying, I swear by the runners. Adiyat, Adiyat means runners. And for example, an animal is runner animal or mankind. But in this surah, Surah Adiyat means horses and animals, mainly horses. I swear by the runners. Zabha. Zabha is in Arabic when somebody breathes in a way that we can hear noise of his breathing. It's called Zabha. So I swear by the runners breathing pantingly, in the way that we can hear their breathing. And so this is a description. This is in fact is describing while some animals or horses, they are running fast, high speed, and in a way of invading, high speed invasion. They in a way that they go so fast with high speed towards the target or destination, something like that. فالموريات قدحا. Then those that produce fire striking, or for example, when they touch their horseshoes or their hoof touching the floor, it makes sparks. It means that way. فالموريات قدحا. And I swear then, so I swear by the runners breathing pantingly, which you can hear the noise of their breathing. It means in very rush, and so with high speed invasion. And فالموريات قدحا, and then produce fire sparks by touching, for example, the horseshoe, by touching the floor. فالمغيرات صبحا. Then that make raids in the morning. In fact, raids towards the target. Subhan, in the morning. فأثرن به نقعا. Then thereby raise dust. It looks like they leave behind a cloud of dust. فوسطن به جمعا. And they rush into the center of the crowd of people. They penetrating فوسطن به جمعا, penetrating into the center of the foe or crowd of people. It is strange that these kind of qasam, that qasam to, for example, runners, before we had Allah was making oath by sky, by air, and all this. But these kind of oaths are so strange that Allah is saying by horses who are running fast, and in the way that when the horse should touch the floor, it makes sparks, and then they leave behind a cloud of dust. It means they rush and they are very energetically, they are running towards a target. And when it is فالمغيرات صبحا, and they make this race in the morning towards their target. You know, in the morning, normally everybody is feeling lazy, feeling it's not that we wake up and we start running so fast. And فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا, and they go go directly into the middle of the crowd of people. It shows it means it's describing the very energetic and high speed invasion of these horses towards their target. There are two talks. The one, if you go, for example, to tafsirs and this, and if you want to look for cause of revelation, sha'n nuzul, for this ayat, you will see that, for example, that it is said that in many tafsirs you will see it is related to the army of Imam Ali alayhi salam when they were attacking enemy. Which indirectly, when we study the rest of Surah, indirectly we can say, yes, that's right as well. But apparently we can't say it exactly and just for that. Because why? Because of the following ayat. إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لِرَبِّهِ لَكَنُودٌ. You know, after Allah asks by these energetic horses, runners, and when they are going to a target, towards the target, and it's in the morning, and all this, then suddenly Allah changed them. Allah is saying, إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لِرَبِّهِ لَكَنُودٌ. Verily, the human being is certainly reluctant to his Rabb. Kanut means, again, if you look at translations, as kanut, they have translated it as ungrateful, that is one of the meaning as well. But we can't say ungrateful. It's that because it comes after those ayats, which shows that, because one of the meanings of kanut is like, no energy, not interested. You know, exactly opposite of the first 5 ayats, which they were energetically and high speed invading towards their target. Then suddenly Allah says, Inna l'insana lirabbihi lakanun. Definitely, mankind lirabbihi, towards his Rabb, is lakanut. Lakanut is, kanut means, la is again for emphasizing, we said before, and kanut means that not interested, no desire towards that. Or maybe we can't say weak, but no desire. You know, there is no motivation, something like that. وَإِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. And definitely, who goes back to insan. Its pronoun goes back to insan. Definitely himself or mankind. عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. لَشَهِيد, shahid, one of the meaning is aware of, shahid. He knows that. So definitely mankind himself knows this very well. Knows that he knows that he is not interested towards Rabb. He has got no motivation to rush that way towards that. وَإِنَّهُ لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. And again, and certainly he, mankind, لِحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ, likes whatever is khair too much. He certainly has a strong love for khair. Okay, so if mankind has got it loves khair too much and he's strongly rush for khair, it means that all these rushing, which we had from ayat 1 to 5, it's like that mankind rushes and goes high speed towards what he thinks it is khair for him or her. But why mankind لِرَبِّهِ لَكَنُودٌ? Why Allah is saying insan, mankind, is not has no desire towards his Rabb? It means that because insan doesn't, putting all this together, it comes to that point that yes, mankind rushes towards what he thinks is khair for him. But the thing is that mankind doesn't feel that Rabb, Allah, is khair for him. Doesn't it says, for example, we say it, but in real life we don't have that motivation. Why? For example, if they say that, oh, five every day, 4:30 in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, for example, if you go and wait in the queue for 1 hour, they give you, for example, £1,000, or they give you a house. Don't we rush towards that? We don't sleep the whole night to go for 5 o'clock and wait in the queue to get that, for example, £1,000, or to get the house and all this. But Allah is saying, wake up 5 o'clock, pray, for example, namaz shab, or pray morning prayers in time and all this. I give you that much, but still you don't have the energy to come out of bed. That's what it means. That's why in Tadabbur we say that we don't concentrate on the cause of revelation, although it is right or not. Even that cause of revelation has been said for this surah. We don't know if it's exactly right or not, but I explain even if that is right, because we don't want to say that, no, that is aside, that's not right, no. But the meaning, because we in Tadabbur, we study the ayats, but we don't notice the cause of revelation at the start, and I explain why. So the meaning of these ayats are that, yes, insan is like that when he feels something is khair for him, he runs for it. Yeah, so excitedly he runs for it with excitement, and he tries his best for it, like what we do in life. Whatever, for example, it's money wise or it's children, whatever, we try with excitement, we do our best. But when it comes to Rabb, to our owner, to our creator, to Allah, inna al-insana li rabbihi lakanut, and that's the last priority for us. But innahu ala dhalika lashahid, and we know it ourselves that we don't feel that way towards Rabb, because otherwise we would have put lots of effort in that. But what is the difference? Because we don't know what is khair for us. Outwardly, yeah, when we say we don't know, it doesn't mean that because we are believers, we know what is khair, but that knowing which brings yaqeen. Yeah, now we hear that, oh, there will be the resurrection date, ma'ad, the day of Qiyamah. We know all of this. But that yaqeen, that strong belief which really pushes us towards that, we don't have inside. So that's why by reciting, for example, Surah Adiyat, by reminding ourselves about that, it can motivate us. From other point, when they say it is related, the cause of revelation of this ayat are related to soldiers of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Okay, we say no problem if that's the point, because of innal insana li rabbihi lakanut. Exactly before these 5 ayats, Allah brings innal insana li rabbihi lakanut. It means that even those soldiers who they fought next to Imam Ali alayhi salam, it wasn't because of Rab, because they are towards Rab, towards their Allah, their Lord, they are like Hanut. They are not motivated. So again, it was because of the khair, they would think themselves, for example, their own benefits. And that's why they did not stay behind next to Imam Ali later on, or after that in Imam Hussein's time and other our Imam's times. They got they martyred our Imams. Why? Because yes, maybe they attended the war next to Imam Ali, but it was because of their khair, what they were thinking of. But generally, about cause of revelation, about Sha'n and Nuzul, the one thing you should always remember as a key, that was the criteria for understanding Quran. The criteria for understanding Quran at the start, at the first level, is Quran itself. Why? Because lots of cause of revelation has been made as a story. Because I've explained this before, that because people who they were against Quran and enemies of Quran, then they were following their benefits, and they didn't want real Quran to be issued between people. What they did, because they could not do anything about Quran. Quran is protected by Allah, and they can't divert that. What they did was they made stories behind it. They went through other ways. One of the important ways which could affect understanding Quran wrongly was they made wrong cause of revelation, wrong Sha'n and Nuzul. So, and even Ahlul Bayt, what they tell us, they say when you hear something from us as riwayat, for example, it is said that this is from Ahlul Bayt. Ahlul Bayt has said, okay, go and compare this with the content of Quran. If it is matched with the content of Quran, it is right. To be sure that it is from us. But if it's against what is in Quran, understand that no, it's not from us. So even they have given us criteria. So that's why first we understand Quran by Quran, then we go to cause of revelation, Sha'n and Nuzul. If they are matched with the Quran, yes, we say yes, that is right, and then we go to second level and tafsir and riwayat Ahlul Bayt, and we will become a student in the class of Ahlul Bayt to understand Quran deeper. But if it's against Quran, the content of Quran, we don't accept it, and that is a very professional field as well. And I brought example for example, when we come to Surah Tahrim, and I will tell you that the cause of revelation they have made, and so popular it is. Even when you go to very famous tafsirs, the first thing you can see is that, and then you see what is behind that. How they wanted to divert the understanding of people of Quran. So that is why we don't concentrate in first level of understanding Tadabbur. We don't concentrate on that, and we say that okay, why the ayats one behind another, Allah is explaining a group of, for example, horses. Because we say horses because the way they that is the specific character between animals. That's a specific character between horses, that they run that way. The way that their the horseshoes can, for example, make sparkle with by touching the floor, and they'll leave behind a cloud of dust and all this. The reason I will bring horses, because these ayat wants to monitor very energetic running and excitement running by a group of animals where they go towards a target. Okay, and that's why we bring the exactly we say, for example, if you use horses and horse, and then the reason we say that uh, why Allah is saying that we bring that reason, that's why we say that we are not that motivated towards Allah, because after these ayat 1 to 5, uh, Allah quickly with no spaces إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد. Exactly, Allah brings an ayat against the excitement, against that rush towards targets. إن الإنسان لربه لكنود. This kanud shows everything, that yes, that group of excitement, that's the character of excitement running towards target, but insan towards his Rab is kanud, has no desire, and he knows it himself. وَإِنَّهُ لَحُبِّ الْخَيْرِ لَشَدِيدٌ. And definitely mankind is interested in his khair. So those people who, for example, um, they do, for example, wrong things to get and to earn more money. Why? Because they think that that is khair for them. Earning money is khair for them. They think money, wealth, and power brings khair for them. So even when now the governance of they oppress people, for example, what Zionists they do, and all those people they do, because they think, oh, if they gain power, that is khair for them. That's why they uh, rush towards it, like والعاديات ذبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا فأثرن بهم. How they rush towards their target. Then after this, after all this, Allah reminds us to, in fact, to cure this wrong thought. Allah is saying, reminding us, أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير. Allah is reminding us that does he know أفلا يعلم, when Hamza comes at the start, it looks like, it means like, it makes a question, makes the sentence question, like, for example, we use do, does, is, or in at the start of the sentence. So does he not know that إذا بعثر ما في القبور, what is in the grave is raised, بعثر, yeah, it comes out, will come out. ما في القبور, whatever is in the grave. وحصل ما في الصدور, and what is in the breast, صدور, breast, is made apparent and public, so you can't hide everything till forever. إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير. Surely their Rab on that day, on the day that إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور, which is the day of resurrection, the day of Qiyamah, on that day, Rab shall be fully aware of what they have done, of their deeds. Yeah. إن ربهم بهم, بهم is what they have done, whatever they do. Allah is aware of them. When Allah is aware of them means that what they have done. Yawma isn't that day. La khabir. La khabir means aware. So إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير. So what generally what Allah wants to tell us is that, okay, you are all day you are running for life, yeah? And mankind is like that. Day and night you are running for life, but for whatever you think it is khair for you. So it is monitoring and excitement and um, invasion of high-speed invasion of mankind towards a target. And but إن الإنسان لربه لكنود. But when it comes to your Rab, you have no desire. All your running all day If you notice it, you see it's not towards your Rab. It's not for your Rab. And this is what? إِنَّهُ عَلَى ذَلِكَ لَشَهِيدٌ. And you know better. But Allah is saying that be aware that إِذَا بُعْثِرَ مَا فِي الْقُبُورِ. One day comes which whatever is in the grave will raise, and whatever is hidden in your breast will be apparent. So be careful of your running. Adjust your invasion and motivation in life towards your Rab. And it's not that, for example, we think that, we should be on the prayer mat all day and night, or no, not the readiness towards that and the moving towards that comes out of the real life, daily life. So what we should be aware is in our daily life. Yes, we do our wajibat, and then as much as we have time, mustahabat and all this, but every part of our life should be motivated towards Rab. It's not that those people, maybe for example, some people they think that we should spend hours and hours on prayer mat, and then they don't take responsibility for what are they responsible for. No, but what we can do that we can use the best and optimize. We can optimize what we can earn from our daily life. For example, when we cook, do niyat of that. Okay, I am cooking in the niyat of qurbatan ilallah, because Allah has given me this responsibility. So I cook with love for my family, with the niyat, because intention is very important. And it's good, and for now this in bracket I tell this is not part of this, but for example every day we can do niyat of niyaz. For example, nazri we say in Farsi, and in Urdu you say niyaz. For example, I cook this. For example, today is shahadat of Hazrat Masih salamullah alayha. I cook food with the niyat of nazri or niyaz for Hazrat Masih salamullah alayha. So how it changed, you see, that then it's not that we are like Hanud. No, we are interested. We have got, and every step in our life we take, we have got motivation towards our target, which is destination, which is Rab. How it changed life when we do our, for example, responsibilities, and we fulfill our tasks and responsibilities towards every one of our family members, towards children, partner, husband, wife, parents, if with that intention, how it changed. So we can take benefit from every second of our life. Because then it changed life as well. Even the food will be tastier. That is what people they have experienced it when they say that when it is for niyaz it's tastier, and all this. So inshallah, Allah gives us tawfiq to run towards Him with excitement, and we will meet Him in a very high quality meeting, which we learned in Surah Inshiqaq, inshallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. Any question, sister?
Assalamu alaikum, sister. I've got a question.
Yes.
I've heard from a scholar, like in the first ayats,
Yeah.
Allah swears it is talking about the horse of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Zuljana.
Yeah. I thought, in fact, it is in different tafsirs. They have brought different cause of revelations. Mainly, for example, if you see, they say that these are the horses for example, Imam Ali alayhi salam. In some of them, they say horses of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. We say that yes, even if that is right, because after that, after ayat number 5, why Allah switches to إن الإنسان لربه لكنود. Yeah, why Allah is saying this, that insan has got no desire towards his Rabb. So if that's the case, so the next ayat is not related to them, and but we can say this way that yes, for example, maybe we can say this way that okay, they, for example, it was the horses, the soldiers, but some of them, because they were towards their lab like Hanud, so they changed their ways. Or we can say that because their hope, their intention wasn't really for Allah, their intention. It says that. But in fact, I don't want to say no, it is not right. But some of the scholars, they have said that no, this is not really the cause of revelation for these ayats. Even we have got that discussion that no, we can't say that this is for that. But because many times I've told you that because scholars, they have done lots of studies, and we don't want just in tadabbur, because it's the first level of understanding, we are not in that shoes that we say no, they are totally wrong, or they're just become, but we say that by the order of this, because exactly after those, Allah is saying innal insana lirabbih lakanud, and then question them, afala ya'lamu idha bu'thira ma fil qubur, don't they know that one day what is in graves will raise? You know, if it's related exactly to the soldiers of Imam Hussein who stayed next to him forever, so why Allah is question them this way, in a way that Allah is questioning wrong people, who with wrong beliefs?
Okay, Jazakallah.
Just Assalamu alaikum, sister. Just another one. You know that Allah is doing the qasam of the horses or the runners. So and then we thought is more probably the horses who are running. So does that mean that and the mankind who is not that much towards Allah, and he knows that as well? So is it because Allah is doing the qasam of the horses? Does that mean that the mankind is even worse than those horses as well, worse than the animals in that way?
How can we say that?
Maybe it's just a bit silly question.
No. It's not exactly, sister.
Because
the point is that you think that, and they say that don't think that it's for example, oh, this is not the right question, or no. You know why? Because when you say something that is, we have got another, but about your question exactly. I can't find anything in the ayat which says that way. According to these ayats that Allah has compared it. Just because we say that there are relation between qasam and what Allah has emphasized is, and Allah hasn't mentioned animals there. For example, horses and this, hasn't mentioned. But normally in Arab literature, it is more when they say like this, well, adiyat, it is more for horses. They use in Arab literature.
Okay.
So we can't say that it says that insan is worse than those.
Okay.
But in one way you are right. How Allah is saying these horses are running towards their target. Okay, and when is it? It's more in the morning, when mankind, when it's the time of laziness. And insan, because Allah is saying innahu lihubbil khayri lashadid. He loves khair. Shadid means severely loves it. So, mankind runs as well for whatever he thinks that it is khair. إنه لحب الخير لشديد. So in mankind is like that as well. But what's the problem? إن الإنسان لربه لكنود. But لربه لكنود. الإنسان rushes and runs with excitement, but not towards his Rab, because he doesn't feel that desire towards Rab, but he feels desire شديد لخير in what he thinks it is right, it is khair for him.
Mhm.
But never think that your question is wrong, because when we say, maybe you have heard that, be careful if you get the wrong meaning from Quran and all this. Even Imam Khomeini in his book in Sahife Imam, the very big book from whatever Imam Khomeini lectures, whatever, they have gathered it in a very for example, they have collected it in book like it's called Sahife Imam. Even there, we see that many times Imam has mentioned that what we say, with what we understand from the apparent of ayat of Quran, they are not tafsir. That we say, we call it tafsir berai. I don't know if you have heard it or not. Tafsir berai. Tafsir berai means that, for example, a scholar or a person comes and gives tafsir behind Quran, which is not right, just because he thinks that way. But Imam Khomeini says, what you understand from Quran, exactly, for example, what you understood now, yeah, this is not tafsir you have made out of it. This is your understanding, and it gives you a lesson. So there is nothing wrong with it. And even it's not what you understood. It's not against Quran. Yeah, you said that. Even insan is worse than this, and okay, that can guide you. That can guide you. So it's not tafsir you made. So there's nothing wrong. Even it is your understanding. So that's why Allama Tabatabai was saying that it was not even a time I recite Quran and I don't understand something new from it. So that is your understanding, and it can be beneficial for you. So there is nothing wrong with it. Don't be scared of these things comes to your mind. Yes, if something comes to your mind which is against for the content of Quran, yes, we should be scared. That is, we should put it aside. Yeah. But when something comes which you can guide you, that's not right. And then Imam Khomeini says tafsir, which we say tafsir berai should not be done by normal people, and they should be careful that yes, tafsir is that we extract from the riwayat of Ahl al-Bayt, because that needs to be professional. That needs, for example, to be professional. That okay, we have heard this riwayat. Which book is it from? If the documentary is right and all this. So for these things, we should be careful to refer to valid references, to valid books, for example, and all this. But what we understand from the Quran outwardly, and it's useful for us, and it helps us, and it's not against Sharia, there's nothing wrong with it. So never think that your question, or maybe your question is wrong. But what comes out from these ayat doesn't show that nowhere it says that mankind is worse than these animals. Now, for example, in Surah Jum'ah, we have got that the sequence of ayat. It shows that, for example, those people, they have got knowledge, but they don't act according to that. They are like those, they are worse than those animals who they carry books. For example, they carry book at their back just for carrying it. So their knowledge is like that. So then they are worse than those. But here it doesn't say, but there is nothing wrong. It gives you a lesson for your life.
Okay, yeah, thank you. And is in the second last ayat means the breast? Is it mean that whatever is in humans' breast? I mean, whatever they are thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Breast, sadr, we say sharh sadr. When we say breast, is that, for example, heart or whatever is hidden in them. We can't see, yeah, what they have done, and it wasn't apparent. For example, they bring example like this. For example, we are at somebody's house, and the owner of the house, now we are at the main owner of this world and us is Allah. Rab means that. Rab in Arabic literature, if we go and research through the root, Rab means who is the owner. Everything is for him. And so when we say our Rab, yeah, Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, it means that he is the owner. We are nobody. He is the owner. It looks like we are at somebody's house. We are, for example, and while we, for example, live with him, for example, for a few days, few months, we are doing something against him. Yeah, and he doesn't know. That is hidden. Allah is saying, yes, you are living in my milk, and I am the owner of you, and you are doing lots of wrong things, which you think these are hidden, but be aware that one day everybody will see that. It will be monitored for everybody. It will be apparent and public for everybody.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.
Jazakallah.
No problem. You're welcome.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you, Sister Fatima.
Khair means here just anything, yeah? Not
Yeah.
because here I have they have desire to the wealth.
Yeah, they have
Desire to wealth.
translated it, desire to the wealth, but we don't want to, because it doesn't say wealth, and there is no, when we translate the ayats of Quran, there should be reason for it. For example, when we say khair is wealth, for example, in ayats before that or ayats after that, or there should be something which we say qarine. There should be a qarine. There should be a reason or proof that we say the khair here means, for example, wealth. But because normally for mankind, when it says لحب الخير لشديد, mankind is interested in what? In wealth and power. Yeah, that is the main thing that mankind thinks it is khair for him. Normally.
Okay, it depends on the ayat, yeah?
That is why many translators, they have said that wealth and power, yeah. That's why we don't say, we can't say in the step we can't say, oh, it is wrong or it is right. We don't want to judge the translators, the translations or scholars, yeah. Because they have done it, they have come to the point that, oh, khair for mankind materially is that wealth and power. That is what they have got. لحب الخير لشدید. They have got severe hope. یعنی what is in فارسی میگیم که اون چیزی که بهش حب زیاد دارن حب دنیاست دیگه، درسته؟ حب دنیا یعنی چی؟ یعنی مال و ثروت. حالا این مال و ثروت میتونه پول باشه، میتونه فرزند باشه. And in the sense that because we say hope, when we in the literature of Quran, hope dunya, the love of this world is to and love of this world can be wealth, can be power, and this power can be because power can be, for example, children. Some people, their thoughts is, for example, in Surah Takasur, we see that they think that because they have got more children, they are in power. They have got power. Or, for example, in Surah Kawthar, they blame Prophet. Why? Because they said that, oh, you don't have any son, so your generation will not continue. So they think that having many children is power and is wealth.
Yeah.
Although it is, if we have got good children, it will be sadaqah jariyah. We don't want to say it is bad, but it's not that just that. That's why in translation they say wealth. Yeah.
Okay.
But generally, whatever is, for example, now what for example, Trump thinks that, oh, if I have this power is very good for me. He thinks it is khair for him. That's why he is motivated to go towards it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we think that it is against him, he would not go for it. Yeah, but their understanding of khair is not right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem. Any questions, sister?
In terms of group of ayahs, this full surah is one group?
Surah Adiyat and?
Surah Adiyat, yes, sister. Surah
Oh,
Adiyat.
yeah. Ayat of, yes, one group.
Full surah is one group.
Yeah, one group. Yeah.
Okay.
After this group, surahs, most of them are one group till Surah Nas. Yeah. I think all of them, in fact. After this, yeah, they are all, yeah. These few surahs we will study, and inshallah, we are nearly finished. Inshallah, we will start the second level of tadabbur, because these in a few weeks we can start, inshallah. Because when we come to some surahs, we can study 2 surahs in one day. And inshallah, we go for second level of. Okay, sisters, any questions?